I think sometimes clients are surprised that I'll pick up the phone and call them. Sometimes I hear from clients in the firm that if they've had other counsel or they've retained other firms, they would call the firm and never get a call back. But sometimes as I'm going through the files and I look at a file and I realize I hadn't spoken to the client in a while, I'll pick up the phone and call them. And I had one client recently that I always call him and I identify myself as his attorney, and he really liked that. He really felt that there was somebody working on his side and his interests. There's a motorcycle that I represented in Stamford. He was driving on the I-95 and he was going to work. He worked at the Arnold Bakery. There's actually still a factory in Greenwich, and he was on his way to work. It was at night. He was driving in the right-hand lane, and a Jeep Cherokee cut from the left-hand lane all the way across 3 lanes of travel because the client was adjacent to an exit, and this defendant just smashed right into the client who was proceeding. And he had some bad injuries. He broke his leg, he injured his knees, he struck his head. And the carrier was Allstate, and it took me a long time to generate any type of offer. Finally, just before trial, they offered $110,000, which was woefully inadequate. And we went to trial, and I was able to get him over $500,000. So for me, it was a triumph because we knew we had a good case all the way along. And whatever the defense attorney was talking about, I knew that if we went to trial, he wasn't going to be able to get any traction with the jury on those arguments. So ultimately, we prevailed. Of course, the client was really happy with the result, and it's always gratifying to have a client who has seen what you've done for him and is happy with the outcome of the case.